Hello everybody, we're on videos. Today playing Amiga today. So you've got the screen picture of this game. This is Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night. Absolute classic, good memories of this one. Copyright 1991, published by Mindscape. This is a game which I have finished quite a lot of time, including on live stream, but I have done a long play absolutely ages ago. I thought, why not? Let's redo a lot of my older long plays and hopefully make them a little bit better. But anyway, this game does have an intro, but of course I will put chapters in my video anyway. If you want to skip that, just go to the chapter list. But anyway, all this games, Moonstone, let's go. Okay, select your night player 1. We'll go for yellow, which takes place, I believe, in the Northern Wastelands. Not going to be Sir Richard, it'll be Sir Morgan. Okay, we start off at the top right hand corner, so not going to hang around too much. Go straight to the first layer. There's 6 layers in each territory. Okay, so the game is Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night, an action role-playing video game by Canadian independent developer Rob Anderson and published by Mindscape for the Amiga in 1991. And 1 year later, converted to MS-DOS with different sound and music. The title was a play on A Hard Day's Night. Moonstone's gameplay blends several different genres, allowing 4 players to participate in a basic turn-based game with real-time combat for any encounters. Also notable for being one of the goriest games at the time with some particular bloody fight and death scenes. Very difficult to read at the same time as doing it. Quite dangerous as well. Anyway, we've got to try and get 4 keys, 1 from each territory. Once you defeat all the monsters in that layer, you open the chest. Sometimes it contains keys, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it has nothing. But I think it's random every single time. And that is the perfect start. There we go. Got a key already. A key to the valley. Also can take 20 gold pieces. Also we've got a poison of healing and a scroll of acquisition. Good start. In each territory there are 6 layers to be explored. Each layer is filled with a certain number of monsters that must be defeated in order to acquire their treasure. Only 1 layer in each region contains one of the 4 keys required to enter the Valley of the Gods. Once a knight requires a treasure from the layer, you're then awarded an additional experience point. And still very early days, we'll stay in this territory and get some more treasure. But yes, it's long playing and edit out all the loading times. Okay, so of course when you start the game off, you do have 5 lives, 10 gold pieces, 10 daggers, a padded armour and a long sword. And also, no experience points. We can withstand a maximum of 20 hits, which is not a lot really. When your character starts to flash, it means you're 10 or less from dying. Take too many hits and you collapse on the floor. Every time you defeat the layer, of course you keep what's everything in that chest, and also 1 experience point is owned to you. And once you have 3, use that to either increase your strength, your endurance, or your constitution. Which the early days of playing this game, didn't realise you could do that. So much of the game we wasn't actually doing right. It's a big game changer once you know how to do it. But of course, along the way, you can also increase your strengths and skills, and of course buy more additional items, including armour and a new sword. But the best sword in this game is of course the Sword of Sharpness, which is not available at the start. 9 times out of 10 you can earn it in the confrontation with the dragon, which is not airborne at the start. But anyway, we're close to death, we'll start to flash. Is that it? There we go. So energy, not good, but in the chest is nothing. Nothing at all. But yes, we were very close there. 2 out of 20 hits, we've got 30 gold pieces and all lives intact. Right, so of course, we're not the only knight here. There are 3 others. Those are the Black Knights, controlled by the computer. Next day. Right, we'll head over to this one. Okay, the gods pause for a moment. Right, these are ballots. These are vicious humanoids with huge jaws, long teeth and powerful limbs. Legend has it that Math magically engineered these beasts in his youth to act as guards for his tower, but the experiment failed and have soon escaped and multiplied. They now stalk the northern wastelands in search for prey and one of the most feared of creatures. Just one that time. My energy's still not good. Right, 11 gold pieces. While we're here, we have got 3 experience points. So I'm going to use that to increase our constitution. Constitution is a measure of how much physical punishment a knight can withstand before collapsing. The higher your constitution, the more damage you can take before losing a battle. So much distance down. Right, we'll carry on. Right, now it's computer's turn. That didn't take long, did it? Okay, the first of many confrontations between the Black Knights. Like the Black Knights in yourself, you start the game off with 5 lives. But if you lose against a Black Knight, they're going to take something from you, which is 9 times out of 10 going to be the most valuable item you have. Like a key, for example. So, we killed him, we can take something from him, which could be the dagger just chopped his head off with, but it's probably going to be gold, I imagine. Which is not much. But we'll take his 10 golds. Okay. Right, so of course those knights are always going to track you down. Next day, press fire continue. So we're going to go to the tower. There you go, 29 gold pieces, grand total 80. Now you go to the merchant, they sell armour and weapons. Now throwing dagger is 2 gold pieces, a broadsword is 10, claymore sword is 25, chainmail armour is 30, plate mail armour is 50, and the battle plate armour what I want is 75 gold pieces. However, we can't buy both sword and armour, I need another 20 gold pieces. So we'll go one more, go here. When the game was released, it got positive reviews from some magazines, while some reviewers did not like the game at all. Moonstone was banned in Germany due to gameplay conceived as being too extremely violent for the time, and failed to find a distributor in the US market as well. One gave the Amiga version of Moonstone an overall score of 82%, praising its graphics and sound effects, cool introduction, wonderfully animated, and the sprites beautifully animated. Furthermore, stating that Moonstone is pleasing to the eye and the ear. Again, very difficult to read. Anyway, energy is not good. But yeah, depending on how sealed your night becomes, these conversations can go on for a little bit longer. And also, depending on the size of the moon, some enemies can actually be on both sides of you. I don't know about these though, I'm not sure. These can kill with a single blow if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. What I need is 20 gold pieces. I'm still using the basic long sword. You can die in some horrific ways. Goodness me. Don't stay in one place for too long. It's so good. So good. It really is good. Right, 3 down. Yes, we're done. Right, 20 we need. 31. There we go. Grand total 111. Right, I've just noticed. Hit points 2 out of 30. We're close to death. Very surprisingly confront me there. Forests, mountains and swamps slow your movement down considerably and increase your chance of encountering wandering monsters outside of their layers. Spacebar displays your current knights, and E key ends your 10 early. You may use to rest and recuperate your hit points. So spacebar, right, as you can see, health is slowly getting better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the E key and have a rest. And end it right there. I'm going to rest to short of the mountains. But we're being confronted once again. Now, I don't know if my energy is restored prior to this confrontation. It may be. But we are thrashing, so maybe not. This poor dude was trying to rest. And then really, Jamie, you should really pick your moments wisely to rest. Don't rest was too nearby Black Knights. You can use potions and scrolls to also give yourself some health. Off for your head. There we go. But yes, if you've got something valuable on your possession when a knight kills you, he's going to steal it from you. Yeah, 4 out of 30. We need some serious rest. We'll take his gold though. Right, next day. I just realised also I've got a potion of healing in my possession. Just press the space bar. This will heal a knight to full hit point, or if he's already at the full hit points, it will reward 1 additional life point. We'll drink it. There we go, 30 out of 30. Still quite low though, we've got some serious upgrades to do. So walking across the mountains is going to slow your character down quite a lot actually. But the knights are quite close. Amazingly though, they're not confronting me. Right, we're going to head over to the City of Highwood. Okay, Merchant, Tavern, Healer or the High Temple. We'll go to the High Temple first. I'm going to sell a scroll acquisition. Not much, but it's all I've got. We'll get 26 gold pieces for that. This magical scroll will allow you to take one object from another knight. Because the knights are quite close together, no big deal. Right, now we go to the Merchant and go do some shopping. I'm going to buy an armour and a sword. So I spend 75 for the battle armour and a claymore sword for 25, leaving us 47 gold pieces. Now it's very rare I do this. Very, very rare I do this. We'll head over to the tavern. Basically, it's just a roll of a dice. We can win some money here, but also you can lose some money here. We have plus 4, we now have 43. We'll go again. Lost 4, now have 39. We'll go again. Lost 4, now 35. We won 32. We have 63. Should really quit while you're ahead, really, shouldn't I? Really? For 5 this time. There you go! 118. What's that one? It's actually 12 to 1, that one. 30 to 1 is a jackpot. There you go. We'll stop there. 118. Right, now we'll try and find our second key. Okay, resume play. But the knights are breathing down my neck. And I'm still refusing to attack. Right, we've got to try and find a second key. And also, the dragon is airborne. I'll go here. Right, first enemy of the day is Trogs. 2 Trogs. Trogs are a terrible humanoid race that exists in all 4 territories and have highly intelligent with society very similar to humans, who hate with a burning desire, for forcing them to live in places deemed unfit for humans. They use hammers, axes and spears in combat and have terrible war beasts that live raised on human flesh. The tribes that exist in misty moors are exceptionally vicious and renowned for their strength and skill in combat. And of course, being more skilled now, there can be much more of them. But you can be in worse situations than this. You can actually have 3, maybe even 4 on the screen. But now we have a better sword, now we have better armour, we should be able to withstand a lot more hits. But you don't want to be stuck in the middle of this lot. It's very easy done in this. But it's so good. It's going to look like a trog carpet by the end of this. But you basically chop them in half. Yeah, the overhead smash is a good tactic, but with the sword of sharpness, it's basically 1 hit and dead, basically. Not with this, it's 2, I think. But we're literally hanging in there. But it's not over yet. But when you get to this sort of situation, you know you're doing fairly well. But again, you don't be staying in one place for too long, you're going to get punished. Fantastic, there you go. Right, energy's bad once again. What we got from that? 26. No key though, but it's fine. Gold is good. Right, resume play. But yeah, the dragon can also attack black knights. Right, just pick on a random, but go there. Okay, visit your home village to restore lost lives, it said there. Right, now these. It doesn't actually say anything in the instruction manual about them. Don't actually know what they're called. But we're seeing them here, and there's 2 of them on screen. I don't know what's worse, really, having 1 on each side or having both on one side. Because basically they're homing on your location. We've got to try and hit them right on the foreheads. If I have to do so, it's going to hurt a lot. But yes, you get impaled. It's going to leave a serious dent on your day. But yeah, no description on them at all. I mean, health isn't great before we started. It's even horrific now. We've been impaled right through the chest. So that's our first loss of the day. So we've got 4 lives, 144 golds. Okay, the gods turn their attentions away for a moment. Right, here again, energy is restored at the cost of a life. But yeah, it's always been a timing thing. But yeah, it all depends on which attack you do. If it's the overhead chop move, it should just take 1 hit to kill them. Anything else is 2. Unless you're using the sword of sharpness. But yeah, we've got the overhead chop, the upward thrust, the swing, the lunge, the thrust backwards, the special defensive, and the throw knife. I'm not really sure I tried throwing knives at them, really. But yeah, it's always been a tough area, this one. But yeah, my least favourite enemy of the entire game, no hesitation, is the trogs with spears, due to the difficult reach. And we have got a fairly decent reach, but our attacks are quite slow range. Slow moving, should we say. But yeah, we're still taking quite a pounding. But we're not flashing, not yet. We're not dying, not yet. This should be the final one. Yeah, this move is 2 attacks. There we go, fantastic. What do we get from this treasure chest? Right, 10 gold pieces. I'll take those. We've also got a potion of healing. Might need that very soon. And the scroll of haste. When this scroll is invoked, it will allow you to move twice as far as you normally could do in one single day. If cursed with a disease, you will only travel half your normal distance. I've got it. I just spotted it. I just about to click on exit and I thought, no, Jamie got 3 experience points. So this one will go for in strength. Strength is a measure of how strong you are in combat. The more strength a knight has, the more damage you inflict upon your opponents. I'm going to increase it to 2. So strength at 2, constitution at 2, endurance at 1. Right, another one bites the dust. But we still haven't found the second key yet. So I'm dreading it's going to be the trogs with spears. Next day, fires continue. Right, we've got half moon. Right, the dragon is airborne. Not homing on my location yet. So in the meantime, go here. The gods pause for a moment. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there we go. It was inevitable, wasn't it? Anyway, it's difficult when you've got one trog on screen with a spear, especially with a bog standard long-range sword. But at least you've got the claymore. But yeah, there are 2 on screen. But the claymore, it should be a bit of an easier task. Just 3. Oh, I can handle that, I think, maybe. Right, experience points. 1 point experience is earned for each layer that has been cleared. 2 points are earned for each dragon is slain. And 3 points are earned when the guardian is defeated. But we're far from that yet. We need to get all 4 keys. There we go. I'll take that one. Energy at 20. And we've got another key. The magic keys. There are 4 magic keys in the land. You must collect all 4 keys in order to enter the Valley of the Gods. There to meet the guardian. I'll take it. There we go. Right, now what I could do is go to somewhere else or just try and get some more experience points. There's 3 more potential layers. Next day. We'll risk it for one biscuit. We'll go for 1 more. The gods await their new champion. We'll see. Maybe. Right, more spears. Probably not the smartest move. Probably should have healed myself first. Should have gone to the City of Highwood and gone to the healer. No, we'll give it a try like this. But basically just looking for experience points. The more experience, the better. Hopefully not too many because Elf is not good. Oh, blimey, hanging in there for dear life. Defeating the monsters rewards the player with treasures from that location. Success also results in gaining 1 experience point. These can be distributed 1 of the 3 abilities, strength, constitution and endurance. Nothing. Empty. Not a single thing. But energy is absolutely horrific. 4 out of 60. Now, it wasn't my go. If it was my go, that dragon was going to land on my location. And trying to defeat dragon with the basic of energy would have been a tough task. It might still do. It has. Okay, no idea what my health is at the moment of time. No idea. Dragons are huge, flying, fire-breathing lizards. They are cruel and greedy by nature and fly around the 4 territories looking for the next traveller to slay and plunder. Dragons are exceedingly dangerous in combat and difficult to slay. If a dragon defeats the knight, he will take all his gold pieces and 1 magic object. However, whoever slays the dragon will take over its accumulated wealth and magic objects. And if you get hit with absolute basic skills, the few times back in the day we did, yes, the slightest touch with the fire and you're burnt to crisp. But will we get the sword of sharpness? No. We didn't. 20 gold pieces. I'll take the ring of protection, the potion of healing, and also got the scroll of protection. If you are the victim of an unprovoked attack, you'll be prompted, if you wish to cast your scroll of protection in order to avoid the battle. If the scroll is cursed, it will be causing your controls to be reversed during the battle. 174 gold coins, but no sword of sharpness. Who's got it? Someone has. Okay, it's all well and good getting all these experience points. I'm actually going further away from where I need to go. So I'm going to head over to the City of Highwood and go to the healer. Good day, Sir Knight. Would you care for a healing? I have the best roots, herbs and leeches on this side of the land. I am at your service for a small donation. I think it's either a minimum of 10 or 15, but we've got 174, that's plenty. We'll go for 15. You are healed of your wounds. Okay, so in terms of experience points, we should have at least 4, because to do earn 2 when you defeat the dragon. We can't walk overly far though, because our endurance level is quite low. Endurance is a measure of how much physical activity the knight may endure before we become exhausted and need to rest. The higher your endurance, the further you can move in a single day. Sir Morgan may use their scroll of protection to avoid this battle. No, we'll confront him. Right, the Black Knights. These rogue knights serve a religious sect called the Dark Hall of Purity that believe the Druids are blasphemous and must be stopped. They wander the four territories searching for followers of Druids who are trying to acquire the Moonstones in order to prevent them from completing their quest. The Black Knights have an uncanny ability to grow more skilled in combat and strength during the encounter. And he hasn't got anything really other than daggers. We'll take the daggers. But yes, once the Black Knights have lost all 5 lives, they're eliminated for the reign of the game. And yes, we have got experience points. We'll go for increased strength. Why not? We'll go for 3, 2 and 1. Right, next day. Hits. 68 of 90. It's not bad. Right, we head over to the forest, but why not? Let's do this one while we go there. Okay, prepare yourselves for the season of the Moonstones is upon you. Right, these again. So now we've increased our strength. Our attacks will be stronger. Not going to change how this confrontation is won or lost because we can kill them one hit anyway, depending on which attack you do. But I want to try and get one more skill point to increase the constitution, which will get a help with the trolls in the swamps. Which at this point, there's going to be 2 on screen at least. And they're difficult when there's more than 1. We have the sword of sharpness, which we don't. It will be a much easier task, but that is still a mystery of where it actually is. Right, you want to have enough gap in between each attack. Got one more. It's like a red carpet here, isn't it? There we go, fantastic. So that will give us 1 more experience point. We need 1 more to increase our constitution. In the meantime, we've got 30 gold pieces. We have 189. The player takes the role of a chosen knight who is sent by druids to return the mystical Moonstone to Stonehenge. The game supports between 1 and 4 players at once, with the computer controlling any knights not controlled by human players as rival NPCs. Gameplay consists of 2 distinct modes, turn-based exploration and real-time combat. Right, I basically have slept for 2 days, just increased my health to maximum, so we've now arrived at the forest. In turn-based mode, each player can move a limited distance on the game's world map and visit various locations. Players will mostly visit these dolmens that are scattered around the map. These places are represented by areas guarded by monsters. Visiting these dolmens will trigger the second main gameplay mode, real-time combat. Players take their chosen knights and attempt to defeat the monsters using combat systems centered out of Barbarian, Ultimate Warrior, and Sword of Soden. Only a fool would try and read that while doing this. But there we go. We have got 2 to confront, but of course there's going to be a lot more than that. But only 2 on screen at a moment in time. It depends on the size of the moon. If it's a half moon or full moon, 1 or 2, then there's probably going to be 3. But it's very rare I see 4, but it can happen. But we're not flashing yet. We're hopefully going to hang in there. But of course, our attacks are going to be stronger. And eventually we're going to withstand a little bit more hits. That's the plan. Before we confront the next area. But we've still got 2 more keys to find first. It's a nice touch, it's different every time you play it. But this is a game we did play a lot back in the day, we really did. There we go, another one bites the dust. Superb. What's in this one? No key. We have 23 gold pieces. We'll take that. And we have the potion of healing. Might need that. And we also have the scroll of haste. I'll say that as well. Right, this is the next day. And as you see, we have got enough to increase our constitution. So 3, 3 and 2. And also, health isn't great. But I'm going to drink a healing potion. And that'll change that right away. We've still got 1212. We've got so many items here, probably not going to use much of them, but you can also trade them in towards your lives. And I'm going to head over to the swamp. You can get that far. Just. Right, the gods pause for a moment. However, I'm not waiting for that. There's always a chance it's going to happen. These are mudmen. These strange ways that infest the wetlands seem more like the colony of intelligent plant life found in the mud than an actual animal. But sages say more research is needed. They are hard to see as they disappear to rise out of the mud, overpower the knight, drag him into the mud, and do unspeakable things to him. And it is good, but I think everyone that saw these for the very first time seriously was not expecting to die so quickly or so easily. But yes, if they see you, they grab you, they drag you into the mud, we've got full energy or not, it's an instant kill. There are a few enemies in this game that can do that. So once you kill one, be quick to move out the way, but I don't think you can actually get more than one on screen. I've never seen one before. But there are going to be a lot of them back to back. But with this sword, they should die with 3 hits. There you go, what was that, 5? Fantastic. No key, we have got 28 gold pieces. And of course, more experience is gained. Right, computer's turn. So, all Black Knights are still in play. One's in front of me once again. The only downside to these confrontations, you earn no experience through this. Scroll protection, yeah, could do, but no. We've got to try and kill them all anyway. Each knight has 5 lives. Right, here we go again. Of course, once all 5 lives are lost, the limit is replaced with a tombstone. Oh my lord, that was quick. Ugh, you know what to do there. There you go, short and sweet. Got 3 lives and 17 gold. It's also got a scroll to hawk, which I've got written down as well. When this scroll is invoked, it will allow you to move to any location of the 4 territories with the exception of the Valley of the Gods. If this scroll has been cursed, you will be teleported to a random location anywhere on the map. We'll take it. Why not? Right, computer's turn. That's fine. Next day. Right, so we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities of where this key is located in the swamp. Right, trolls. Gotta be, isn't it? Trolls are vicious creatures that feed on human flesh. They are large, hairless humanoids that fight with huge clubs, capable of striking down the mightiest warrior with one single blow. These legendary creatures are greatly feared throughout the lands. And of course, it was never probably to be 2 on screen, but they can actually hurt each other. It's very rare to get killed by these at some point. But yes, the upward strike does the most damage, not just for these, but every enemy in this game. But yeah, it's tough. But with the sword of sharpness, it's been an easy confrontation. With this, we're going to try and soldier through it, if we can. God, blimey, the pinball machine. It was inevitable, wasn't it? Splat right across the screen. Well, we'll let you have that one. But yeah, 1 life was lost, got 3 remaining. Still only 2 keys. Right, 1 life was lost. But also, if you lose a life on the Guardian, don't lose 1 life, you lose 3. But like before, it starts with 1, then becomes 2. So basically, it continues where you left off. What if you didn't kill the first time? Hopefully you should resume playing with this one. There's 1 down already. But 1 on each side is not where we're on in the early stages. Can't really sort of do this with knives. Haven't really sort of tried. But yes, the upward strike is the good strike, but it's slow. That's its main problem, how slow it is to accomplish. Just stab repeatedly in the shin bones. Right. Aha! No, there's more. Of course there's more. You're the final one. Right in the kneecap. Right, key is what I need. Still no key. 23 gold pieces. Take that. 263 now. Right, so 4 more possibilities. But yes, I've taken quite a beating from that one. So next day, I'm going to try and increase my health. Now, if you're moving along the swamp, it's going to be quite slow moving. If our endurance was higher, it would be no problem. So every Black Knight is moving away from me, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing at all, because of course, if there's no conversations happening, health is regenerating. Welcome to the City of Waterdeep. Right, Merchant Tavern, Mythful the Mystic. We'll go for the healer first. And like before, we need a small donation. It worked before with 15, we'll go 15 again. Plenty of gold. Gold is not an issue, it's keys, what really. You're healed of your wounds. Right, the merchant is pretty much identical to the other one, so there's no real sort of point of buying anything other than probably some daggers. Daggers is 2 gold pieces each. So 1, 2, 3. 3 needed. There we go. That's maxed out. But yes, now we're going to go to, which again is something I very rarely do, Mithril the Mystic. Which sometimes works for you and sometimes works against you. Welcome, my child. I'm here to help you in your quest. I have the powers to reach into the cosmos and give your body new skills and agility. I am at your service for a small donation. Now this one, I don't actually know what the minimum is. I imagine it's going to be quite high. But yes, we've got plenty of gold. So we'll go for a random number. We'll go for 80? Go for 80, why not? I see many harsh physical hardships in your future. The cosmos has granted you more constitution. I'll take that. Definitely take that. Right, next day. Still trying to get this 3rd key. Let's try it at the bottom right hand corner. More trolls. Right, okay. We're running out of layers. Still a mystery of where this mystery key is. It's been quite a long time since the last got a key. But at least this area is a little more open this time. What areas to move? Some areas are really small, really narrow. Right, they're both on one side. We'll take that. But yes, energy should be maxed out before this conversation. Any days of no combat is going to help towards situations like that. But yeah, now our constitution is actually a tad higher, so now we can actually withstand a little more damage. Yeah, sometimes when you go to Mithril the Mystic, sometimes you actually do lose some more skills. Right, like in this. There you go. Key, please. Gotta be a key this time, surely. Yes, there you go. We've got the 3rd key. Right, now we're going to head over to the forest and get our 4th and final key. 3 lives intact. Right, next day. Now we're trying to head over to the other side. Although, I think something's just been taken from me. So, yeah, a Black Knight has actually taken all of my keys by using a scroll of acquisition. The question is, who is it? Is it you? Alright, own up. Who's the culprit? Where's my keys? Is it you? You may challenge other knights to battle by moving onto their icon. The victor goes to spoils and the loser edges ever closer to death and failure in their quest. The victor may take either the loser's gold pieces or one object. If, however, the winner takes the last life point away from the loser, then the winner gets to take all the loser's gold, objects and magical objects. Have you got my keys though? No, he hasn't. But I will take your gold. And while we're here, why not? We have got the 3 experience points. We're going to increase the constitution once again. So now we can take 110 hits. 88 of 110, but still got to find who got my keys. Right, we'll find the culprit soon enough. Right, it's not you. So there are 3 possibilities. 1 hasn't got it. He's run away. Next day. We'll try this one. Right, is it you? I'll find the culprit soon enough, but they are certainly getting a lot faster now, a lot stronger. And we're not only quick, but we are strong. I will find my keys. Once all 5 lives are lost, then the icon is taken away and replaced with a tombstone. Well, we have solved the mystery of the Sword of Sharpness. If you have it, I'm going to take that as well. Bingo. Right, it's been a long time. We have got the Sword of Sharpness. Right, now we know who the culprit is. It's the one on the other side, which is quite handy actually, because that's where we need to go. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use the Scroll of the Hawk, which I very, very rarely use. We're going to use that to get over to the other side, because basically you have a limited supply of travel. So our icon is now a bird. I'm going to fly over to the other side and get my keys back. And while we're here, we're also going to get another additional life. Oi, I've got a bone to pick with you. Yeah, you nicked my keys, I want them back. But with the sword of sharpness, it should be absolutely effortless. Fantastic. But yeah, if you haven't got it, then nobody else has. I've killed everyone else. Yeah, they're mine, and I want them back. Thank you very much. Right, now we're going to carry on. We are going to go and get the final key, but also we're going to go to Stonehenge, trade something to Danu, and get one more additional life. Or maybe two. We'll see. We'll head that way first. But yes, I've noticed also the Dark Knights are actually now running away from me. Got plenty of things to trade. To be granted a longer life, you must offer an item of magical nature to Danu. Take your pick. What do you want? Anything apart from the keys and the sword. We'll go for, because we've got two of them, the Scroll of Haste. There we go, we've gone from 3 lives to 4. Right, we'll carry on. Right, next day we've got 4 lives, why not to stay here and get 5? And they cannot offer any gold to them, so we'll offer that one because the dragon's already taken out of the equation. Stonehenge is a very sacred location, the second only to the Valley of the Gods. This is where the channels of the gods are most strongly felt. The first knight to present the Moonstone during the correct phase of the moon will be proving himself to be the greatest warrior in all the land, and will be lifted up into the heavens to sit by the gods for time immemorial. Stonehenge can also be used for healing purposes. If a knight offers a magic object, you will be healed to full hit points and receive 1 life point. So now we should be maxed out on the life department. But we're not maxed out on the key department. But the last one is here somewhere. Right, next day. So we'll just go at random. Try this one. The gods pause for a moment. Right, Ratmen. Ratmen are small cavernous rays that exist in the trees of the Great Forest. They are not very strong, but they are always found together in large numbers and are exceedingly agile. They are often referred to as moon devils because they seem to grow stronger as the moon waxes. It's also known that these little creatures carry a deadly disease, and if once bitten by one of them, they must be quickly healed by a healer or drink a healing potion. All will surely perish and fail in your quest. Or critters, as I used to call them back in the day. But yes, you have to try and deal with these in large numbers. I think the most I've ever seen at once is 4 on screen. The one in the tree can actually strangle you. But with a sword of sharpness, we should be able to get out of that quite easily. Just wait for the right time. Fantastic. Really is good. Right, searching for the final key. Not a good start. Nothing in there whatsoever. Never mind. It's experience points we've gained from that. Right, so 1 in 4 chance of finding this final key. Once we have the final key, then we can head to the final guardian. Or the only guardian, as we say. Next day. We'll go left. Left is my choice. The gods await their new champion. Defeating the monsters rewards the player with treasure from list locations. Success will always result in gaining 1 experience point. These can be disputed one of the 3 abilities: strength, constitution, and endurance. The required amount of XP needed to advance varies according to the number of human controlled characters. This combined with some powerful weapons can also be discovered and bought, can boost the player's combat abilities, however the difficulty of the game increases to compensate. Right, these again, we get 3 on screen, I didn't quite see. We killed the one in the tree, didn't know a lot about it though. But yeah, they can poison you. But we have got plenty of stuff to trade if we do need to fill our energy up, which is okay. 88 out of 110, there's another 14 gold pieces, but no key once again. Right, 1 in 3 chances now. Now, I don't actually know if you've actually got to technically kill all the Black Knights, I'm not sure. But I know you have to get to the Stonehenge with a certain moon type. Right, Sir Morgan may use the scroll protection to avoid this battle. No, let's risk it. We've got the sword sharpness, should be okay. Right, beware of the dreaded Black Knights. Should be fine with the sword sharpness. Should only take about 3 or maybe 4 hits. But they are certainly getting stronger. And faster and smarter. There you go, have some of that. Sword sharpness, the magical sword, even more damage than the claymore sword. But yeah, it's one of very few things you can't buy in this game. You can only win it. Right, he hasn't got much to take. We'll take his 9 gold. There we go, 205. Right, next day. Decisions. 1 in 3 chance. Top, middle, bottom, where will I go? We'll go middle. Now, another item you can actually use in this game, if you have one, is the Gem of Seeing. By using this magic item, you may look within the layer and see what treasure exists there. Upon evoking the Gem of the Seeing, you'll return to the region map, but it will show an icon will appear as a crystal ball. To view the contents of the layer, move the crystal ball over the top of the layer which you want to see, and press the fire button. And that allows you to actually see what is actually in the chest prior to actually going into the layer. But we haven't got one. But yeah, you can actually earn that, I think, in most conversations with dragons. I don't know if you can actually buy it, maybe, not sure. But it's also one I very rarely use. In fact, there's quite a lot of things back in the day I very rarely use. The first time I actually finished this game, I didn't actually use any skill points whatsoever. I didn't actually know you could do it. But yeah, of course, I had the armor, the sword, that sort of thing. But yes, main deaths were happening there. The skills were very low. I'm not lowering enemies here, but yeah, I've got to speak to the gardener. The gardener's up to a horrific state. It's looking green, it's looking quite red right now. But sword sharpness is just cutting through these enemies like a knife and butter. Most times, depending which attack you do. But increasing the numbers all the time. But yeah, I've never been sort of really good about the defensive side of it, really. It's just hit and move, hit and move. Well, there we go. Please, where are these keys? Please, got to be in this chest, surely. 1 in 3 chance. No, we haven't got that, but we have got one more experience point, and we're going to use it wisely. I'm not going to go with endurance, there's no point. I'm going to use that experience point to increase the strength again. So now, we are one extremely well-trained knight. 4, 5 and 1. But yeah, the endurance is good for moving around a bit more per go, per day, per turn. 1 in 2 chances now. Right, he's moving away. He's moving away. He's moving away also. That's fine. Right, next day. We'll go top this time. Right, more rat men. The game's objective is to find a lair that holds one of the 4 keys. The player who gathers all 4 keys, either by finding them or receiving from the rivals, will have access to the invade the gods at the centre of the map. The knight will have to fight against the guardian in order to win the Moonstone. The Moonstone corresponds randomly to the lunar phase and grants the knight raw power during that phase. The Moonstone must be returned to the Stonehenge for the game to be completed. My goodness me, was it 4 on the screen now? But yeah, should be okay with this sword. Might have to rest off this one, but yeah, the grass is always being on the other side. Not here, it's like on the red side. But yeah, we are surrounded. Always going to be surrounded in the later stage of the game. Yeah, normally the one in the tree has the final say. Fantastic, there we go. Right, 1 in 2 chances. Right, it's not there. So now we know for absolute certainty it's on the far right hand side. But 54 out of 110, but also look at the situation now. Because my endurance is very low, probably haven't got the energy to get over there. What I might do is, I think I've got a scroll of haste, which will actually make you able to walk further in a single day. When the scroll is invoked, it will allow you to move twice as far you can normally do in one day. If cursed with a disease, you will only travel half your normal distance. Be ashamed to waste the haste. We'll use it. Probably haven't got enough to get there, but we'll at least give it a try. Why not? But we are walking through the forest, and like the swamps and mountains, it's going to affect the movement of your knights. But yes, it was inevitable, really, wasn't it? But never mind, we gave it a try. Right, one of them is drawing ever closer. And we're also drawing ever closer to finishing this game. We've got to find one more key, which now we know for absolute certainty it's there. Then we're going to head over to the Guardian. But yes, failing to defeat the Guardian, we won't lose you 1 life, we'll lose you 3. Right, we'll head that way now. Right, the gods pause for a moment to contemplate your fate. And also, I've got to rest. Never mind, we should be okay energy-wise. But, of course, we can be a lot more better energy-wise. But we have got 3 shots on screen, and it's very easy to get stuck in the middle. You can all time, and if it's lucky or not, you can have all 3 of them on one side of you. And we get attacked from the left, followed by an immediate attack from the right. It's very easy to get stuck. We do have 2 defensive attacks. You've got the special defensive, which is down on fire, and the block, which is down on back down fire. All depends on which attack they do. Now, if we use the overhead chop with the sword of sharpness, they die one single hit, which is a good way of saving some time and saving some energy. We'll get through it. But yeah, I don't really tend to use many defensive attacks, because I'm always taking more damage trying to do defensive attacks. But the green is fading all the time. Also, they're queuing up off screen. How many there are, I'm not sure. I might be up there somewhere. There's quite a few. But yeah, we're taking quite a few bits of damage here. Not going to lie, we need more than just a few plasters. A few replacement limbs as possible. We're not flashing yet. But with the skills we have, it will take some serious time to get to that point. Oh, goodness me. We are going to rest off of this. You're going to need one. For sure. Right, we're now starting to flash. We're in a world of pain. We're in a world of hurt. My goodness me. We salvaged our way through. Yeah, he's posing, but that was tough. 5 out of 110. And there is our final well-earned key. We'll take that. The key to the valley, 28 gold pieces, and also we're going to take the scroll protection and the scroll of the hawk. And we're going to need a well-earned rest after that. And no rest for the wicked, we've been attacked immediately. Sir Morgan used the scroll protection to avoid this battle. I think I will this time, just to be sure. Yes, so we avoid the battle, but also we're being attacked again. Yes, absolutely. Right, we're going to go to the Stonehenge first. We need at least 3 lives, at least. But we do need to increase our health. Right, the druid's prepared for the ritual. Right, I've offered him a potion of healing. I had 2 of them anyway. We'll just drunk it for the same effect. There's no point in having 2. But I decided to keep the scroll of acquisitions. You never know, having all 4 keys now, the knights are probably more likely to attack me again. So we keep that. I've also got the scroll of the hawk. Also, you cannot trade the ring of protection. I kept that. The ring of protection increases the amount of damage you can take in combat. Upon taking this item, we see your hit points increase. Right, they're both running away. We're going to head over to the middle of the screen if we've got enough energy to get there. Right, next day. Right, next day, you can head over to the Valley of the Gods. The Valley of the Gods is guarded by a sinister demon. Only the best warrior in the land will ever stand a chance against the Guardian. They can drain points from the warrior's abilities, and when they defeat you in combat, they take 3 lives instead of 1. It's essential that you must possess the best armor before you join battle with the Guardian, or else it will be a short, extremely one-sided battle. And back in the day, it took us a few attempts, we got to see this for the first time, but when we did see it for the first time, it was very short and sweet, because we didn't have enough lives to have another go. But yeah, with the right skills to do so, we should be okay. Fantastic. Right, you have proven your skill and agility against the Guardian. You have been granted a Moonstone. You will be awarded a Moonstone upon defeating the Guardian. Within the Valley of the Gods, there are 4 possible Moonstones that you could be awarded. A full Moonstone, a new Moonstone, or 1 or 2 half Moonstones. 1 waxing, 1 waning. Each Moonstone will double the amount of hits you currently have during the proper moon cycle of the Moonstone. And we have got a half Moonstone. So we go over to the Stonehenge and we've got to wait for the right size moon. So far I've slept for about 9 days waiting for the right size moon, which should be this one, hopefully. You have completed your quest. we go. Back to your memory we go. Back to your amazing game. That's Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night on the Amiga. A video which I have done preview on my channel. I have finished it quite a few times on live stream. I wanted to redo this long play and make it better than the previous one. A huge thank you for your continued support. Thank you for watching this video to this point. I hope you catch the next one. Next time, see you. Ciao, bye. See ya. Okay, so the game is Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night, an action role-playing video game by Canadian developer. Okay, so the game is Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night is an action role-playing video game by Canadian independent developer Rob Anderson, published by Mindscape in Amiga. Hang on, World War. Right, what's next? Could be anything. Alright, these again. The game was released, it got positive reviews from some magazines, while some reviews did not like the game at all. Moonstone was banned in Germany. But safe to say, more research is needed. They're hard to see as they just appear to rise out of the mud, overpower the knight, and drag him down into the mud to do unspeakable things to him. I deserve that. I have to admit, I did deserve that. We're trying to read at the same time. Yeah. Blame the postman for that one.